Britain's Got Talent star Simonne Kerr has been identified as the 31-year-old woman who was stabbed to death in Battersea. The nurse's 6-year-old son found her with a stab wound at her home on Wednesday and called the police. Simonne made this year's final as part of the NHS choir B Positive, which she joined following the death of her young son from an inherited blood disorder in 2015. Update: a man has been charged with her murder. Police arrested a 40-year-old man on suspicion of murder at the scene in Grayshot Road. Despite the best efforts of paramedics, Simonne was pronounced dead shortly after they arrived at 12:40 p.m. Her death has sparked the Metropolitan Police's 90th murder investigation this year. Vicky Foote, a 43-year-old who lives nearby, described the killing as absolutely shocking, and said she saw the arrest. Police reassured residents, telling them, "It's not gang-related." Scotland Yard said detectives are not looking for any other suspects. Simonne was a nurse at Guy's and St Thomas Hospital in South London. She discovered she was a sickle cell disease carrier during a routine 12-week pregnancy scan. Her son Cavelle was diagnosed at only 5 days old after a heel prick test. Cavelle's father was screened and discovered that he was also a carrier for the disease as well. At the time of the competition, Simonne said, "Knowing both myself and Cavelle's dad were carriers of the sickle cell trait meant that my baby would have a 1 in 4 chance of developing the condition." Cavelle was diagnosed with sickle cell disease at birth. He had his first sickle at just a few months old. The sickling happened mainly in his tummy, and as he got older, he was hospitalized 1 or 2 times a year, usually for a few days at a time. Cavelle was an active child and he went to school and led as normal a life he could with sickle cell disease. When Cavelle was 6, he came home from school one day feeling fine and went to bed at 8:30 p.m. as usual. But at 5 a.m. the following day, he awoke with a high temperature and vomiting. Simonne said, "I gave Cavelle medication and monitored him throughout the morning. However, he became more lethargic and I felt his condition was not improving, so I called for an ambulance and was told we would have to wait up to 45 minutes. An hour later I telephoned 999 again because Cavelle's breathing became more labored. Cavelle went into cardiac arrest approximately 20 to 30 minutes after several ambulance crews started to arrive. He did not recover and passed away in hospital several hours later." Simonne joined the B Positive choir because she was passionate about raising awareness of blood conditions like sickle cell disease and wanted to raise awareness of the need for more young people and more Black people to come forward and sign up as blood donors. She said at the time, "I got to spend 6 wonderful years watching Cavelle grow, and though there were a handful of hospitalizations in his short life, I was positive that he would live a full life into adulthood. I lost him in 2015.